Welcome to Solo Shot First, and today we're going to be having a look at the Incinerator Trooper and Grogu from Star Wars The Mandalorian. Now this is one of those, obviously again, one of those Deluxe packs, very similar to the one I reviewed of the Imperial Stormtrooper. The image on the box is, again, actually very, very nice. Obviously, I'm not one of the biggest fans, probably like a lot of people, of these flame effects, but the way that they've highlighted this does work really, really nicely, with obviously sort of Grogu holding off the fire using the Force. So it'd be interesting to have a look at that. But in terms of the card art, it does look very, very nice. Obviously, they've used some sort of... it's certainly not a diorama. It looks like some sort of photoshopped image for the background, but it does look very, very nice. It comes obviously on the nice Star Wars racetrack. The one shame obviously about these boxes, again, is, you can't see the figure. So these would be really, I suppose, for openers. I mean, don't get me wrong, you could always keep these boxed if you wanted to. But at the end of the day, not being able to see the figure through the bubble, these really will be best for display. So very nice looking front of the card. You've got obviously the Star Wars Mandalorian on that nice racetrack, which obviously you probably can't see how that sort of fits with the top of the cardboard bubble, but it does, box I should say, but it does look quite nice. The warning label in the top right as you look at it, and the 4+ age group, and the Kenner logo down in the bottom left. So we'll have a look at the back of the card. Okay, so again, the image on the back is just very similar to what's sort of on the front of the box, so not too much to report. No VC numbers on these, which is good, because obviously it's not going to really affect your displays. And then obviously you've got the image there of the Incinerator Trooper in the bottom, and all the different flame effects and the Grogu that comes with this. So not too much legal information. That's the one thing that's really good about these boxes. But we'll have a quick look again at the front of the card. Side on, actually. I don't know if you can see that. Let's bring that in. That's a really nice image that they've used of the figure. So... in a nice diorama piece. And then obviously the Incinerator Trooper. Yeah, nice images there. But certainly nice images on the front. Definitely a nice looking pack. Again, whether the price points of these are a little bit probably a little bit over the top. I wouldn't necessarily say a few flame effects on this one probably would justify the price point, really. But at the end of the day, again, that is completely up to you, isn't it? If you want to pick these up. I think the one good thing that you do obviously have with these is that there isn't the VC number on these. So that's one good thing. So let's get this figure out of the packaging and we'll have a look. Okay, so just showing you how it actually came in the packaging. That is literally as you saw it opening it up. So everything here obviously comes with the soft tissue paper. So obviously sort of biodegradable or can be recycled. So yeah, let's have a look at the figure and let's have a look at these flame effects. Okay, so here we have the figure out of the packaging, and the detailing on this is actually quite nice in terms of the colour. Obviously the head sculpt it's a good head sculpt in terms of the painting, etc. on there. You've got the red pauldron, the red obviously on the chest plate, just under the sort of the groin area, on his left knee, and then obviously just with the red along the ankles and on the shoulder pads and just going down those arms. So a nice looking figure. In terms of the actual sort of incinerator pack, if you want to call it that, on the back, it's just a very, very plain plastic. No detailing really in terms of colouring on there at all. It is literally just a very, very plain black. But the figure does look nice, both from the front and the back. And obviously side on there, you've got a nice image, I suppose if you want to call it that really, in terms of how it's showcasing, with that sort of flamethrower in his hands. And In terms of the accessories that sort of come with the... Actually, sorry, let's just have a quick look at the articulation first. So everything you would expect on the modern vintage. Articulation at the head, shoulders, elbows and wrists. Swivel just above the waist. You do have articulation at the hips, but it isn't that butterfly hinge. You've got the adjustable sort of turn, if you like, just above the thigh. Articulation at the knees and at the ankles, and this one obviously does come with the rocker ankle, so that's a nice touch. The other accessories that you do get with this, and we'll just pop them all into focus, is you get all of these different flame effects, if you can see that, and then you do get the little Grogu, and the Grogu that actually comes with this, let me see if I can bring him into focus. It does appear, just appears that he's got his eyes sort of slightly squinted, so he's actually, you know, using the Force. Oh, sorry, terrible camera work. You know, using the Force there to sort of hold off that flame. So just a slightly different paint app with the Grogu, and I think also with those figures in his left-hand side. So not too much to report on that one. And then you do obviously have this, let's get this set up with that other flame effect. You've got this one here, which is meant to be the thing that comes out of the blaster. I'm not the biggest fan of these. I think I've said that before. You know, I think they have their place. Certainly with regards to this one. Let's just see how it looks set up with that and Grogu holding off the fire exactly like you see in the show. Okay, so that's pretty much as best as I could do if you compared it to the box art. I mean, I haven't obviously got the trooper standing correctly or whatever. The one thing that I would just sort of point out is that when you add this flame effect here, it does obviously make the blaster or that flamethrower really, really heavy, and the figure obviously just becomes a little bit more difficult to pose. I mean, I've just done that quickly, so you know, just to sort of show you. But it is, I think you can see, you know, it's really, really bendy. I suppose if you put it in the other hand, you might be able to get him standing up. But I still think you're going to have that problem just because of the weight. As I said, I don't really have these in that sort of pose with these sort of fire effects. But, you know, it's quite nice. Again, you know, does this justify the price point of these? Personal opinion, probably not. Yes, the Grogu's a nice touch, but, you know, how many of those do we have? And you know, you seem, you know, there's been loads of them. So all in all, quite a nice set. Probably a little bit overpriced, certainly just in my opinion. But you know, it does look quite nice when set up. I said that's not the best, but you know, it's a nice looking figure. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, there'll be more videos coming shortly. If you've got any questions or you want to comment on this, on any of these things like the flame effects, etc., please do, and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.